Hey guys, good afternoon, good morning, depending on what part of the globe you're at. Today we're going to talk about the most powerful manifesting machine, the superconscious mind. So I'm going to share with you some quick tips for beginners, okay, on how to tap into this powerful source of our consciousness. All right. So first thing, guys, and I want you all to know this, okay? You have the ability of a genius. You can create marvelous ideas. You can create abundant wealth, prosperity. If you want to win the lottery, you could win the lottery. You can create relationships. You can heal yourself, health. All this is accessible to you, but it's in another form or another dimension of our consciousness, what we call the superconscious mind. All right. So that's what I'm going to share. I'm going to share with you two very simple techniques that you can use right now today that will help you to get connected. So let's begin. So let's talk about what the superconscious is first, okay? So the superconscious is what known as the fourth dimension of consciousness. So you have four dimensions of consciousness. First dimension, conscious mind. Second dimension, critical divide that serves as a barrier between conscious, subconscious. Then we have third dimension, subconscious, and then we have the fourth and most powerful dimension, the superconscious mind. So what is the superconscious mind? We always hear about it. Okay, so superconscious mind goes by many names: infinite intelligence, source energy, God, the universe, whatever it is, but it is the intelligent mind, or you can say it's the creator mind, God, universe, whatever you'd like to call that powerful being or creator, okay? But it's that infinite mind. So the superconscious mind contains every single information about what is to come, everything that you could desire to know, to create. The superconscious mind has it. Imagine if you can tap into it, okay? If you can tap into the superconscious mind, then you can create anything easily and effortlessly. And this is what I'm going to teach you, okay? So let's talk a little bit about the superconscious mind first. So how does it work, okay? Superconscious mind works in a state of knowing. It's not a state of belief. Superconscious mind knows. So when you have knowing, you cannot have any doubt. It's a precise, it's accurate, it's 100% certainty, and it never fails. Okay? Superconscious mind holds psychic abilities, telekinesis, remote viewing, clairvoyance. You can see your aura. The superconscious mind contains knowledge, understanding, okay? The superconscious mind works in this way. It works with creativity. Anytime you have creativity, that's a superconscious. Anytime you have inspiration, that's coming from the superconscious. Inspiration, the root word of inspiration is in spirit. Inspire means within spirit. That's superconscious mind, okay? So creativity, okay, insightfulness, inspiration, and motivation, they all come from that superconscious state. So many of us are intermittently connected to our superconscious mind. It's easy. It's not as difficult as it would seem. Let me show you how it works. Okay? To access the superconscious, all you have to do is kind of plug in or tap in, all right? So you have to plug into it. The key is this: to access the full advantages, you have to continuously stay plugged in. So what many of us do, we intermittently, we're plugged in, we're plugged out, we're plugged in, we're plugged out. This is why you see individuals such as these great teachers, scientists, Albert Einstein, Mozart, Nikola Tesla, all the great inventions, these immaculate and very brilliant individuals, they've all accessed that superconscious mind. So the superconscious is always communicating with us, okay? Remember now, it communicates through creativity, inspiration, okay? All these fundamental feelings and emotions. That's how our superconscious mind communicates with us, all right? So what really prevents us from tapping into it or staying plugged into it is those three dimensions of our consciousness, because of what we learned and things, all the what I call junk, okay? Your own ego, which is the number one stopper, which tells you it's not possible, it can't be true, therefore you don't stay plugged in, okay? You believe it. Now, how many of you guys have ever had an idea and said, you know what, I thought about creating that, Then what, a couple years later, your very idea, someone created it. And you said to yourself, man, you know what? I should have created that. But there's a voice in your head telling you, oh, it'll never happen. Leave it alone. You're not good enough. That was your ego. But the voice that gave you the idea was your superconscious. See that? Somebody took, you had your idea, somebody now is making what, millions, whatever it is. Many of us experience that. So I'm going to help you right now and teach you, show you how to do it. So here's the 2 things that you can do right now as a beginner to learn to stay plugged into the superconscious. Okay? Number 1 is you must make a decision. Okay? In other words, what do you want? Okay? Stick with what you want, no matter how impossible it seems. If you stick with it, if you stay with it, okay, you allow the superconscious to funnel the information, the ideas, pass it to your higher self, which brings it to the subconscious, which creates it as reality. See, that's the first one. It sounds simple, but many of us don't do it. What happens is we figure out something we want, and then when we see it's not happening, we lose interest, and then we jump to something else. Don't do that. Stick with it. If you stick with what you want, that's why it's important to make a decision. Look around your environment. Okay, this is what I desire. This is what I want. Stick with it. So now the superconscious mind can funnel the ideas, the pattern to communicate to your subconscious so you can create it. That's number 1. Okay. The second thing you can do right now that will get you tapped in, okay, is feel good. That's right. If you can feel good, you are tapped into the superconscious mind. How is that possible, Mark? How are you? So Mark, you're telling me all I have to do is just feel good and I'll be tapped into this most powerful source? Yes. Here's how it works. Okay? The superconscious mind communicates and sees things in dimensions, sees things in energy format and dimensional space-time continuum and so forth. Okay? So anytime you are feeling good, you are in your natural state of harmony. That's how the universe is created. That's why our natural state is feeling good. So if you feel good, you are connected to source, which is super conscious. So when you feel good, information will continue funneled to you, and all the things that you've been desiring, thinking about, you fleet in your mind that I want to achieve, it comes now from the super conscious. See that? But we've been conditioned not to feel good. We've been conditioned to worry, to try to solve our problems, to try to fix it with the same level of consciousness, which is the first layer of consciousness, the brain, our conscious mind, to fix things by worrying, doubting, and fearing. So you don't feel good. So what happens is you plugged in when you naturally feel good. You plug out when you start to feel these other emotions. Okay? So if you start to do those 2 things, practice them right now today, which is feel good as often as possible. So how do you feel good? It's very simple. All you have to do is just focus on what you want. That's how you feel good. Don't focus on what you don't want. That will make you feel bad. Think about the things that you want. They'll shift your energy, or think of anything that makes you feel good. Okay? That's how you do that. Now, okay, next one, I just touched on it, is remember, make a decision on what you desire or what you want and just stick with it. Don't worry about anything else. If it's impossible, it's tough, allow the superconscious to guide you and give you the information. All right? So let me give you some scientific background on how it all works. So the superconscious resides in a part of our brain. It's in the neurons. Okay, neurons are your brain. You have neuron, dendrites, axons. Okay, within our neurons, dendrites, and axons, you have what you call microtubules, and these microtubules, they emit these quantum vibrational fluctuations. Guess what? Scientists can even map it. You know what the communication number is to your superconscious? 39 hertz. You can say that's the phone number to call the superconscious. 39 hertz. That's the frequency it emits. Okay, and these microtubules are housed in what's known as your cytoskeleton structure. So it's not to get technical, but it's the cellulosis inside your neurons. Okay, just know that you have these powerful tubes that are really, really micro. They're called quantum fluctuations, and they can create and manifest. Okay, so that's a technical background on how it works. Now, if you want to be continuously plugged in, now to plug in, yes, you have to open and activate your third eye. Okay, now the third eye, it's the pineal gland. Now, not much is known about the third eye. Basically, the only thing scientists know, or neuroscience know really about the third eye, is that it provides sleep cycle, melatonin, all right? But there's so much hidden things we don't understand, but it's located in the cerebral part. Just say, you know, your brain, you have the two structures. It's right in the middle, back part of your brain, where you have the fluid sac. That's where your pineal gland is located, right? Okay, or the cerebral side part of our brains. And if you can activate and open your third eye, you will be continuously plugged into your superconscious mind. Now you hear me say third eye. I don't want everybody to just run out there and say, okay, I'm going to open up my third eye. No, guys, in order to get to that level, you have to master those other three dimensions of consciousness. Because if you just go open your third eye and you don't have your subconscious blocks removed, okay, you don't have control of your ego, you're going to create a lot of different energy densities, and you might start to see things and get reports, you know, of seeing crazy nightmares, spirits, things of that sort. And that's because you haven't mastered those other levels. So keep that in mind. But for beginners, what you can do right now today to gain access to your superconscious is to remember, feel good, make a decision on what you want, stick with it, and your superconscious will start to funnel ideas, and it can create. And it's the most powerful manifesting machine because it knows. So knows means certainty. So you're guaranteed to get it. The idea, you can heal. All types of your gifts, they're found from the superconscious. If you can stay plugged in, you can receive these gifts. And the difficulty we have with being plugged in is that we're not disciplined. So for you, you have to get that self-discipline, okay? If you can get a little self-discipline and you can get mastery over those other levels, then you can continuously stay plugged into the superconscious. You don't have to be intermittently plugged in and out, all right? So there you have it, guys. So that's some very powerful information that can help you, that you can really create, all right? Excellent. Now I want to touch bases on some other good stuff. You know that the lottery manifesting subliminal, doing excellent. I think it now has over 100,000 reviews. Good. Success rate is excellent with that. And I'm working on a new subliminal. It's going to be a law of attraction accelerator subliminal, and I'm going to get that out for you guys, and that's very powerful. It's going to teach you guys, show you how to basically walk you through a guided meditation on how to manifest everything. I'm going to put it together for you. You just follow the meditation. It's going to be sort of a trance-like state meditation, and you follow it, and you will create everything into your life. All right? And of course, the Facebook group is doing excellent still. I'll put it in the link below. You can go ahead and join, and everything else, guys. So remember, all this information is here for you to take advantage so that you can accelerate your growth and that you can create, because now you know how truly powerful you are and you have the ability. All right? And remember, the key is a little bit of self-discipline. Okay, maybe a lot of us now aren't able to exercise. This is where you have mentoring coming in. And this is where a lot of you guys can reach out to me. Of course, we have the different avenues that I can teach and help you guys. Of course, the one-on-one mentoring, audio programs, etc., etc. You can find those all via the website, the link below, or you can check them out at the various social media platforms. All right, but the information is there and you can use it. But I want you to start using this beginner. Okay, feel good as much as possible. That's your goal now. Your number one goal is, I'm gonna try to feel good as often as possible, even if it means not watching this or not speaking to that person or staying away from that. Okay, because that feels good will get you towards what you want. Okay, make a decision on what you want and stick with it. All right, so now you guys have an idea of the superconscious and how it works, and now you can continue to take these information and use it to better your reality. All right, guys, thank you.